Louie back for another episode of Weird Ass Wednesday. But today it's going to be more of a beautiful Silver Wednesday because I'm going to show you one of my very favorite acquisitions from 2-3 years ago, which I bought mainly because I have a love of British sports cars, as you saw from the opening clip. That beautiful Austin Healey. Well, I used to have one of those when I was in my 30s and just loved that, babied that, restored that, and just came to really appreciate British sports cars. Anyway, this particular medal is a Chinese medal, and you may be asking, what does that have in common with British sports cars? But this is the Macau Coin Show Panda Silver Proof. It is a 2-ounce proof, and there it is. There's the obverse at the coin show in Macau, but I believe that it had something to do with racing that day, or perhaps there was a race occurring, and that was the image on the reverse of the coin. And I thought to myself, wow, I've really got to have that. I was able to obtain some of these through GovMint in PF70 state, and buy and sell them. And long story short, the one I'm going to show you is one that basically I got at a basis of 0 as a result of reselling some of the graded examples. These are a little bit stressful of a coin because they are known to spot, right? So my biggest fear was I had one of those really expensive PF70s inside the NGC holder and that it would spot. So I really didn't want to keep those personally. But I was able to, after I resold the graded examples, I was able to acquire a raw one in perfect shape. And it is not in here. I'm going to show it to you in a second. But number 532, I'm not sure the COA will... Let's see. Oh, good. It is printed in English. So, 2015 Macau Numismatic Society Annual Expo Panda has 2 ounces of pure silver, 40 millimeters. The obverse features Macau Grand Prix. The Macau Grand Prix, that's what that was. I wasn't really able to place the car that you saw. I think perhaps it is an artist rendering, but it has all the elements of beautiful old British sports cars, and I do love that. So let me go, without further ado, let me show you mine. You'll have to forgive me for not taking it out of the shrink wrap because this one came in its own little plastic pouch, and then I double shrink wrapped that because I am fearful of spotting. So it does, it is kind of a bummer to not be able to really appreciate the coin really up close. And I could take it out of here, but I don't want to. So there it is. That reminds me of my little Austin Healey. Back in the day, I also drove an MGB. I drove a Midget. I did not own, but I drove an MGA. Just really love sports cars. I know how to work on them. Yes, I know how to balance 3 carburetors in tandem, or at least I used to. So there is the obverse of that beautiful Macau Numismatic Society. Beautiful pandas. But that is just one of my pride and joys, one of my really favorite coins. I just love that. And I like the fact that it's maintaining its value. You can still pick these up on the secondary market, but if you do, ask and be sure there are no milk spots, right? They are really prone to milk spotting. Isn't that beautiful? All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this episode, and you guys drive on. Let's see what we can catch up here. They seem to all be headed somewhere. See the dashboard? That dashboard is solid wood. I think it's walnut. Okay, let's see if I can name off these cars as I go by. Test my skill. What without crashing. Okay, Jaguar, MGA, MGB, don't know, Sunbeam, MGB GT, that looked like a Yugo, MGTC, MGA, MGGT, MGB, I used to have that MGB right there, that red one, same one. Austin Healey Sprite, and a Jaguar. Ha! MGA, a red one, a black one, there's a white one. That's the Jaguar in front of us. Oh no. Up and over on the right, I think we have a Bug-Eye Sprite. No, we have a Triumph. We have another Triumph. Left on the road dead. Morris Garage all the way. Show somewhere. I mean, there are hundreds of British cars.
Are we gonna follow them all the way?
Let's see where they go.
Behind us. It's not the same, but it's another nice one.
Yeah, that's an old Valiant. That doesn't belong. These are all classic British cars. Made in the 60s for the most part.
They're really expensive.
Well, they sold new for about $2,000.
Back then.
Now one of these restored MGAs is about $35,000. Can you smell the regular gasoline they're burning?
Yeah. Can they fill these up at a normal gas station?
Yes, and they have to add lead, which is poison basically, which is what all cars used to run on. Let's see where they're going. This car ahead of us, this MGA, can take a turn at something like 50 miles an hour. The whole car bends, and then the wheel, the hubs, which are wire wheel, also take the force. Amazing car. I used to work on these as a kid.
Oh. How many did you see come when you were?
I saw literally dozens and dozens.
All like this or different looking?
Different ones. The ones before this were the Austin Healeys. Oh, here's one on the side here.
Oh, I like that one.
What's this? That's a custom job of some kind. Looks like an old...
That's really cool.
I don't know what that was. Old Ford? No. Where are they going?
We're headed towards the mall right now.
Oh, the mall maybe, huh?
This is a back way to the mall.
I'm going to pause this for a minute.